What work assignments do you dislike the most? I've asked a couple of people. Survey says encoding, liquidating, creating timelines, preparing stats, and budgeting. Most people dislike, even hate, administrative tasks. They're basic, boring, repetitive. But do you know that these tasks, no matter how small, can set us up for success? I know of a guy in the Bible who excelled in administration, and through it, he was able to save not just his life, but also his family's, and no exaggeration, the whole world's. Joseph, the one in Genesis, is known as the dreamer, but he didn't become successful just by sleeping and dreaming, but by administering. No matter how mundane the task, he faithfully gave it his all. As a slave under his Egyptian master's service, I could imagine him making sure that every room was clean and orderly, checking that the pantry was regularly restocked, creating efficient schedules to maximize all of the slaves' efforts, and making sure that everything was well within the budget. His attention to detail resulted to his promotion and to the success of his master's household. After a couple of years, he served some time in jail for a crime he didn't commit, and in the middle of all the chaos, he brought order to the place. Not just the structures and the processes, but also to his fellow inmates. Again, Joseph was promoted and he experienced success. Wherever he went, whatever he did, Joseph flourished, and not just him, but also the people he was serving. What was his secret? We see that in Genesis chapter 39. In verse 3, it says, "His master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord caused all that he did to succeed in his hands." In verse 21 and 23, it says, "But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison." The keeper of the prison paid no attention to anything that was in Joseph's charge because the Lord was with him. And whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. More than the gifts, it was the presence of the giver of those gifts that brought Joseph success. He eventually worked for the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. It was during the time when famine struck their nation and the rest of the world, which threatened everyone's lives. But through Joseph's administrative wisdom and gifting, and the continued presence of the Lord in his life, they were able to create a system for storing and distributing food that would get them through the 7 years of food shortage. This benefited not only the Egyptians, but even the Hebrews, Joseph's family, and the rest of the world. Joseph may have been doing basic, boring, and repetitive tasks in the sight of men, but as he acknowledged God's presence and depended on him, God took the ordinary and made it extraordinary, resulting to his greater glory. As we do our daily chores and tasks at home, at school, at work, in church, I pray that like Joseph, we would do it with all of our hearts, dedicated to serving others and to serving God, believing that as we do that, He can create miracles out of the mundane. I hope you enjoyed our short time together. If you like this video, go ahead and share it. See you next time.